welcome to another edition of Lab Rats. My name is Andy Walker.
I'm John Carruthers.
As you can see, we're still in Las Vegas. Behind me is the Strip, and this is my co-host who is doing a really bad impression of what today's topic is on today's show.
Error. Error.
Actually, one of our most popular shows every year is robots. Every time we cover robots, you guys come in droves and send this episode to your friends and that sort of thing. So we decided to do the best of CES robots, Consumer Electronics Show robots, here at the show this year.
There's a ton of them.
There is a ton of them. So
I broke character.
Easy there, buddy.
Hi there.
So let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to show you the best robots we found on the show floor this year at CES 2010.
So people who've watched a lot of online video may know this man. This is Bree Pettis, who you may know from the Make video podcast. But he's doing something else now. Bree, what do you got for us back over here?
So me and my friends Adam and Zach figured out how to make inexpensive 3D printers that can make almost anything. So this last year we've been rocking it hard, producing kits and selling them so that you can basically get one of these things, put it together in a weekend, and then have a machine that you can just print out 3D objects with.
Now, traditionally, 3D printing is very expensive, about 100,000 or something?
You can spend up to like $500,000 on one.
That's a little bit much. That's not that much, is it?
No, our kit is $950 for everything.
That's a big delta there. So is it a assemble it yourself kit, or?
Yeah, you get it and you put it together. We made it simple, and then we've got all the instructions online, and it's a wiki. So if you make it and you've got a tip or trick, you can share it, and in fact, like 500 people before you have already shared their tips and tricks on the wiki.
Fully interactive. Okay, so how does it work? We've got, it looks like we've got a coil of something feeding into the top of it, and it's spitting it out below. How's that working?
You've got it exactly. ABS plastic, or now PLA, which is made of corn, which smells like French fries when you make things out of it. It gets fed into the top and heated up, and then it gets kind of gooey, and it draws a really thin line and draws a layer, and then it moves up a little bit, and on top of that layer it draws another layer, and then layer after layer it makes an object. I've got some whistles here that we printed out, and these are printed out one layer at a time, and then when you're done you've got a whistle, and you can just blow them, and you
fully functional.
Yeah, you don't have to go to the store. This took like less than 15 minutes to make, and it's like 5 cents a material.
All right, so the plastic itself, to make these things, how are we going to get our hands on that?
Okay, so the plastic is ABS, and we buy pellets and then send it to a place where they send it through a very small hole and make this filament. We sell it on our website, and you can get it. We're not doing the inkjet printer cartridge thing. We're just
this is not for
selling
profit.
it. Yeah.
Okay, and so here's the number one question that I've got right now.
Yeah.
Will the MakerBot actually be able to make copies of itself and take over the world?
Yes. So what's happening already is we've printed out parts for the MakerBot. Our MakerBots make parts for other MakerBots. We've got a few pulleys. So already we're starting that process. And a bunch of people have started making RepRaps, which are self-replicating rapid prototypers using the MakerBot.
This is the end of everything.
No, but the cool thing, I mean, these machines are in service to people's creativity. I don't anticipate them taking over the world and becoming artificial intelligence is a whole nother deal. But it's really cool to have a machine that you can boss around and tell it to make you things, and it'll make you things.
Okay, where do people go to find out how to get this and order one?
They can go to makerbot.com and order one there. And then we have another site called thingiverse.com where you can check out all sorts of things that people have made, and it's kind of like it's an object sharing website. So actually Zago made this whistle and he shared it on the internet, and half an hour later people all around the world had made one. It's about the closest thing you can get to teleportation of objects.
There you go. So head over to makerbot.com, check this out, and get your own before they take over the world and prevent you from doing so.
Yeah, get a robot, make stuff.
So I'm with Henri, who's the CEO of Parrot, and he's got a device in the back. It looks like a toy and a robot, and it's just all of these things all at once. So tell me, what do we have flying back here, Henri?
So it's a Wi-Fi helicopter, but it's a robot. It's completely computerized, has 2 video cameras, full of sensors, and it's a new kind of video game. A video game that is in the reality with a video, and it's able to play with your iPhone. So this is a new product we're doing.
So instead of a game on your iPhone where you're just actually playing with the pixels on the screen, you're actually using those pixels on your screen to play with something in reality.
Exactly.
How does that work?
So you have the video camera in the helicopter fly, and you have beacons or tags, and the camera sees them, and you have to shoot them.
Right. So, is this a single-player game, two-player, or?
We have both single-player or two-player games.
Okay. And do we? I guess we've got too much interference right now for the iPhone to be working over Wi-Fi here. We've got something like 100,000 geeks here right now.
Yes, it is done to work on your courtyard. You work in your outside your house.
Right. So you would download it from the iTunes store, the application
Exactly,
for that?
the games from the iTunes stores and the helicopter, and works through Wi-Fi, so you have nothing else needed.
All right. So when is this available, and how much is it going to cost?
Later this year, and the price is not fixed yet.
Okay, good. Thank you so much, Andre.
Thank you very much.
Oh, get rid of your old vacuum cleaner, because now there's robotic vacuum cleaners everywhere. There's none, except for now, that's powered by lasers. I'm here with Charlotte from Nito Robotics, great name by the way.
Thank you.
And you guys have a new product that's like laser powered. Explain to me what it is and why it's cool.
Sure. So it's got RPS technology in it, which means room positioning system.
Right.
And what that does is it takes a map of the room, it sees everything, and then it cleans it in a back and forth pattern. So you can go away, come back, and you come back to a really clean room, and the floor has a nice groomed look to the carpet.
So it can find its way around. It uses this laser to avoid stuff. The cat walks into the room, sits down, it goes, oh look, there's a cat, I'm going to get around it.
Right. So
later on the cat leaves, then what happens?
So it constantly updates its map. So if something enters the room, it'll realize it, go around it. If it then leaves, it'll go back and clean that area.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And how much of this wonderful technology wonder?
$3.99.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that comes with like a base station, a charger, the battery pack, all that stuff, right?
Everything all included. There's no setup, just charge it, press start, and you're ready to clean.
Where can I find out more information?
So it's online, www.nitorobotics.com. You can pre-order today.
This is brand new, right?
Brand new.
Very great.
First product by Nito Robotics.
It's neat. It's neat. There you
Very
go.
neat.
Laser-powered robotic vacuum cleaner from Nito Robotics, nitorobotics.com.
So we have robots in our lives now to help us vacuum, to help us make cars, and a whole pile of other things like that. But this little robot here is to help us with something else. I'm here with Mark, the co-founder of BeatBots, who's going to tell us what the Keep On does.
Yeah, so Keep On was designed by my partner in Japan, Hideki Kojima, for autism therapy. It's meant to be a very simple creature that children who are normally overwhelmed by human social behavior can comfortably interact with, understand its attention and simple emotional behaviors.
So how does this actually work?
So it's got cameras in the eyes, a microphone in the nose, and then 4 motors in the base that make it move. And a therapist who's typically in another room controlling the robot using an interface where they can see and hear what the robot sees and hears, and controls the robot in such a way that they try to reinforce positive social behaviors from these kids. So things that we take for granted, like making eye contact, talking to the robot, touching it, for these kids might be very difficult normally, but with this simple robot, we found that they are a lot more comfortable being social with it. And that's been a very exciting thing for the therapist and the parents to see.
Now what happens if a kid decides it doesn't like the robot and wants to beat it up? Can it take a beating?
And actually, yeah, we have had situations where kids who initially started out very violent towards the robot, it's designed to handle all that kind of rough handling. But then over time, the relationship usually changes to where they are actually taking care of the robot and even protecting it from other children. And so to see that kind of nice progression in a child with autism is really exciting, because it tells us that maybe by simplifying the social context, we can allow their natural and innate, intact motivation to be social shine through.
Okay. So obviously this is a therapeutic tool. Can anyone buy this? And if so, how much would it cost?
So right now, it's mainly targeted to institutional users, since it does cost a few $1,000s each to make one of these robots. And that's because of the expensive components, and also because we have to make them in small quantities. But we are working to make it more widely available for all different kinds of applications, whether it's research or therapy or even entertainment. We made a few music videos with Keep On Dancing in different places around the world, and those have become very popular on YouTube. And so we do get a lot of requests for this really simple, cute, engaging robot, and we're working really hard to make this character and technology available.
There you go. I'm not sure how to take this. He keeps looking away from me. I don't know. I feel a little bit slighted here. Anyways, thank you so much, Mark, for telling us about the Keep-On.
And there's another robot actually on the strip. That's from the Wynn Hotel. And that, of course, was the best of robots at CES, Consumer Electronics Show 2010. Always one of my favorite shows.
Mine too.
Oh no, this is going to go on forever.
No,
You're going to stop now?
I'm done.
All right. If you want to send feedback about Sean's robots impressions, you can email us at
Error, self-destruct, core dump at labrats.tv.
Thank you very much. So you can, of course, you can email us and tell us what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show, including that impression, or ideas for upcoming shows and that sort of thing. More simply, though, you could also email us at
feedback at labrats.tv.
There you go.
Which is where humans should send their email.
There you go. Lots of CES content on our site at butterscotch.com, at episodes, hundreds of those on deck, and other Labrats episodes from previous weeks where we showed you the weirdest and the best of and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Any final words, Mr. Robot?
No.
No, they're good.
No.
We're done.
My memory has been wiped.
All right. Well, from CES 2010 in Las Vegas, my name's Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
And we'll see you next time.
Are you ready? Try this at home.
She even put me on camera. Wasn't me. Saw the marks on my shoulder. Wasn't me. Heard the words that I told her. Wasn't me. Heard the screams getting louder. Wasn't me. She stayed until it was over.